All right, Shalom. Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Racha, Kodash. I would like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, the hopeful elect, and 1/3. The Lord's will this will be edifying to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Racha, Kodash. Okay. And I want to do a lesson all through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha, Racha, Kodash. And I want to pull this up real quick. Just give me a moment. I want to make sure that we are live and in living color. Okay, so let's see. I got Erica ton. So I see Satan is already messing with the phone, which is making it technical difficulties. But I had titled it Through the Spirit, Faint Not, the Kingdom is Near. Okay, if I'm not mistaken. I'm trying to go to the channel right now, which is actually not allowing me to, but that's okay, because that's actually what this lesson is based upon. Okay, is having the spirit of patience, having the spirit of endurance, okay, and perseverance, and ups and downs that we have to go through. All right, waiting, okay, for deliverance, waiting for our salvation, waiting for Yahweh Bashem El Shai. You know, that's what this is all about, because we're being taught, reconditioned, and trained to being that pleasing servant to Yahweh Bashem El Shai through that pleasing sacrifice, being Yahweh Shai, you know. And I've been meditating on that for a few days now. And you know, I will say this is the real you know, correctional facility is what we're going through. Now it's finally pulling up the Wadi Bashem El Shai, and it's titled Faint Not, the Kingdom is Near. Okay, and I just wanted to have that have the comment board lined up, okay, for any brothers or sisters may have a comment or question. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to dive right into this lesson. All right, because in the spirit, I first wanted to title it In Due Season We Shall Reap, and the reason why I was going to originally title it that, let me share my screen, okay, was based off a specific scripture, all right, in the book of Galatians. Now, I got a few scriptures that I want to bring out, and I pray through the spirit this will be edifying to you sincere brothers and few sincere sisters, because the times we are in, you can notice, you know, some days aren't always his best. All right, some days are greater, some days are even worse. But at the end of the day, you know, where our head and our spirit is always geared towards Yahweh Bashem El Shai. And you know, I believe that through the spirit, as a young brother to other young brothers and sisters fighting the good fight of faith, that is something that you have to always have in your mind, is that positive attitude when it comes to the Lord while being in captivity, while catching hell. We have to train and condition ourselves through the spirit to constantly hope for good, even in the midst of evil. So this is Galatians 6:9, and it reads, and let us not be weary in well doing, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. See, so it says, let us not be weary. Some days, you know, you're not feeling per se yourself. You know, when you first come in, you're that newborn babe. You're like Simba, you know, in Lion's King. He was just up and ready before the sun came up, jumping on Mufasa. You know, and that's how you kind of come out the gate swinging. You know, you just that's right. You're just ready. You know, and then as time goes on, the spiritual battle starts kicking in. You know, the ups and downs, the ailments, the tiredness, the sluggish. You start seeing, wow, I see why Paul said that the flesh is contrary to the spirit, you know, as it says in Galatians. And these are things that you're going to go through, but you got to fight that good fight, because see right here, it says in due season. Now, really quick, let's get that in Ecclesiastes, where there's a season for everything. Now, if I'm not mistaken, it's either 7 or 3. Let me see what 7 says. I believe it's 7, but we will see. Okay. Yep. Let's go to Ecclesiastes 3 real quick. All right, because it speaks about that. You know, there's a time and season for everything. See, Ecclesiastes 3:1, to everything there is a season, and you can see that. You can look out your windows, depending on where you brothers are at on earth right now, and I can say that in the spirit, because according to Matthew 24:14, this gospel shall be preached in all kingdoms, unto all nations as a witness. So you got brothers everywhere. Okay, brothers aren't just in Babylon. So brothers are in different time zones and different climates, and you can see, some places don't receive snow, some places are just sun, and some have a mix of both. But there's a season for it all, just like salvation, just like captivity, just like your baptism, just like you learning this truth, and just like you growing in this truth that you're learning. There's a season for it. There's a season where you're going to stumble. There's a season where you're going to walk. There's a season where is pleasing to the Lord. There may be a season where it's not so pleasing, and that's what makes you contrite. But there's a season for everything. You see, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. So we have to keep that in mind when we may be in a season of persecution, a season of tribulation. And remember, going back to the seasons, let's get that in Luke 4. Remember, there will be a season where Satan can mess with you, okay? But key word, a season. This is why you have to endure, so in due season you can reap. Now, real quick, let's get that. Luke, I believe it's 4:13, okay? Now, remember, Satan, Shaitan, okay, was messing with Yahweh Shai, all right? Now, look at this. So this is Luke 4:13. And when the devil, okay, Satan, and when the devil had ended all the temptation, he departed from Yahweh Shai. He departed from him for a season. So as you can see, even Satan is given a season to mess with you. All right. And this temptation is a season, but we have to endure those seasons, just like you endure a long winter. Okay. You endure the rainy season, things of that nature. If you can look at it on a carnal level, how much more a spiritual level? And this is the mindset we have to have, especially now, because we're so close. It's just, you're chomping at the bit for the kingdom to come. But us that have been put in a position to earnestly, desire the coming of Yahweh Shem Shai, we show that earnest expectation through teaching and preaching and prophesying and doing the work and reading and studying and praying and repenting. So there's so many things that we still have to maintain while waiting and enduring this season of captivity. And we can't allow for us to slack up now, just like a football team. You have a football season. You can't end the season on a bad note, because it's the end of the season, so you can't lose hope. And the most important part, it says, for in due season we shall reap if we faint not. So we can't faint. Okay, we can't faint in this thing. We actually have to endure. Okay, we have to endure this long suffering. But there's a great there's a very beneficial attributes and characteristics that we're putting on with what we're going through. So, in the spirit, I just was curious. So I had Googled mental benefits of patience. Let me see what the benefits of patience are. So check this out. It says one of the many benefits of being patient is that patience, which, remember, patience is suffering. So, if you are impatient, you're suffering, keeping your mouth shut, but that's a part of it. And then you learn not to be so impatient while dealing with that, And it says, in that patience helps us to make better decisions. Patience is the pause that helps us get our thoughts back in order and our feelings under control. Because if you ever, watch court testimonies, or, like trials or crimes, and somebody that's being convicted, one of the statements I always hear is, "It happened so fast. I don't know what I was thinking," because they weren't in a spirit of temperance or patience, but they were in a spirit of quick acting anger. Okay, and that's what we don't want to be, especially with us waiting for the kingdom. We don't want to lose patience and lose sight of the goal and lash out, and then this quick minute, breaks everything down you've done. Now, it also says a righteous man falleth 7 times. So, even in our falls can't be to the point where we can't get back up. And Satan will mess with your mind and make you think you can't. So, this is why it's talking about seeking your own salvation. And it starts with your mind, and I did a lesson on it in the spirit titled, The Spiritual Battle Takes Place in Your Mind. And that's true. Okay. So it says, Another benefit to being patient, watch this, is that it helps preserve our relationships with those that we care about, right? And who do we care about? Okay, we care about Yahweh Shemal Shai. We care about brothers. So these things, these scriptures that we read, there's actually benefits to us, not only in salvation, but even on a level as a man. Okay, the characteristics, all right, of you as a young brother or you as a young sister, you're putting on and becoming a new creature that's actually delightful for people. Because when you look around at people, you know, they're impatient, they're not a good vibration. You don't want to be around them. But see what the Lord is doing with us in our chastisement, in our baptism, in our walk. It's changing us into new creatures, all right, that are pleasing. Okay, that is pleasing. So all these things that we're going through is actually bettering us. Okay, now this is Matthew 24:13. Now this is one of my favorite scriptures, that since I first learned, since the truth has been open to me and I've been allowed to see and hear it. This one scripture has always just stuck out to me, you know, from the beginning. Matthew 24:13. But he that shall endure unto the end, the same shall be saved. So it's always been in my mind's eye, all right, I have to endure unto the end. Okay, the journey, it has not ended, but it has just begun. Now, really quick, let's get Matthew's 25. I don't know how to, let me see. Can I go to the next chapter? There should be a way I can go to it, but it's okay. Let's go to Matthew 25. Speaking about enduring unto the end, Yahweh gave a parable about this, the truth in this walk. It's what? We'll read it real quick. This is Matthew 25:14. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling. See, is as a man traveling. So this is what? This is not only a journey, but it's not a quick one. Is traveling into a far country. So it's like we're spiritually in the 40 years of the wilderness again, because we got delivered, right? But then we had to spend 40 years in the wilderness. Just like now, we got delivered, i.e., on the spiritual, learning who we are, but we're still in a journey. Okay, we haven't made it to the promised land yet, just like the 40 years in the wilderness. So we're spiritually experiencing that now. Okay, and it says, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods, and unto one, well, I'll read it. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several abilities, and straightway took his journey. So each man, all right, is given a certain measure. All right, we're all given a certain portion, all right, of the Holy Spirit, okay, of our talents to do the work, and we have to utilize those in this long journey. You see, so, and that's what putting our best foot forward, okay, putting work in through the Spirit, because our labor is not in vain, but we understand, or are understanding, that the kingdom of heaven is as a long journey. Okay, so you need to be adequately fit for this journey. Now, if you were walking somewhere, you shouldn't be like, are we there yet? Okay, because no, we're not there yet, but we're very near. So now is the time to utilize the benefits of what you're going through and how it's changing you in your walk right now, before the glory comes of the kingdom, where we all shall be changed, as it says. All right, so that's been on my spirit lately, is just embracing the change of the new creature that we're experiencing now. Okay, and you're seeing the things that the Lord is doing for us through the ups and downs. Okay, that's why we have to continue to endure, because the kingdom is near. Okay, it's very near. So we need to continue to put on what has been given to us through the ups and downs that it's been manifested. Okay, because there's certain things that if you didn't go through, you might have not gained that beneficial characteristics to you as a person, if you didn't go through that chastisement, if you didn't go through that tribulation. You see, so all these things are bettering us now, but we can't faint in that. Don't faint in it, you know. 1 Corinthians 15:58, it says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable in your mind, unmovable in your mind, that nothing, no thought, no season of Satan, no season of ailments, no season of persecution, tribulation, ups and downs and woes is going to change you from the mindset when you first came in. Because you got to remember, now I speak as a man, but when you first came in, there was just that just that which it tells you, you got to keep that first estate, but that just that raw, zealous tenacity, just it don't matter if it was rain, sleet, and snow, I'm out here, I'm with it, and you got to make sure you maintain that spirit. Don't get spiritually lazy. Okay, remember there's a parable about for the sluggard, look at the ants. Okay, and then it tells you in Job, look at the beasts of the earth and they will teach you. Okay, and I've been Lord's will, just remind me, I got a lesson I want to do pertaining to the famine coming. All right, the prophecy of famine coming, not of just the word, but of bread, and how Yahweh equated to reassure us. He used animals, like in particularly birds and how they eat, and I want to do a lesson on that. For brothers and sisters, if it be the Lord's will, and that's gonna keep us in the up and up. But that's what Yahweh Shai was explaining, you see. So, but let me keep going. It says, 1 Corinthians 15:58, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. And I want to say this too. If any of you brothers are familiar, when the Spirit allows, me and the brothers get together every Friday to do a biblical current event. Well, we weren't able to do one last Friday. And as you see, I'm on my channel right now. Because Babylon, it shifts, it fluctuates, it changes our schedule. So we were able to get together, all right, this Friday to do our biblical current event. As you see, current events are taking on a biblical proportion, but the show must go on. So this is, be unmovable, always abounding in the work. So, hey, we still got to go to work here. All right. But before I do that, I'm doing this work, so Tawadi Yabba Shemel Shai for allowing me to do this before I have to go and work for Esau, if you will. Now we're blessed to get paid for it now, which we need because money is a defense. But outside of that, our main mission is what? This. So we can't lose sight of that, even when it sucks, even when you got to go to work. Don't allow work to be an excuse to not read, or, it's a battle. But hey, that's why we got lessons, so you can listen to brothers. There's so many ways to combat captivity now that it's just so much mercy and grace, man. But it says, finishing off, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord. See, so our labor is not in vain serving Yahweh Shemel Shai. Even our labor when we are going and catching hell, it's not in vain. It's not in vain to Yahweh Shemel Shai, and you can't look at it like that. So what I just been really meditating on is the positivity of the beautiful scriptures that are given to us to keep us in a hopeful manner. And I will say this: there is a spirit that are on certain Christians where they're happy-go-lucky, they're just boppity bop and up and and that's because what they've done is they've taken our peace and love and scriptures and they've masked that with a demon. Now they don't know they have spirits on them, but see, we're really entering what these scriptures mean with that love and that mercy, because not every day it's going to be pippity hop and hoppity do. You're gonna be pissed off. You're getting the full plate. See, they're just at the dessert. All they're doing is eating that sweet dessert, and the honey. But the honey ain't even for them. But so we're getting the milk, the meat, the honey, the wine. We're getting the whole meal. So some days, it's gonna be heavier than others. Then some days the Spirit's gonna have you just go into the honey because you need that spiritual love. You see, so and you can see that even with Christians now, they don't have it fully, but even with them, they take our scriptures and are happy. So you got to look at your scriptures because they're directed to you. Here it is. They're reading a love letter to someone else and they feel loved. Here it is. This love letter is meant for you. And you mean to tell me you don't feel no love? You got to start embracing that love in the Lord, man, especially in this cold world. I don't know if no one told you, but hell is a cold world. We live in a cold ass society, man. So without, with the Lord, with brethren and the scriptures, hey man, that's what you need to get back on that up and up, because we're designed this way. We're designed need certain things, if you will. And now the Lord is transitioning us into these needs through the proper measure. Okay, because then you have a term called being spoiled. So we're not being spoiled. We're not missing the mark, because you could show too much love, and then now you got a rotten brat ass child who needs their ass beat. So we've been getting our ass beat. We've been getting handed to us. Now we're inching back to that love and that peace that we feel we now need, because we're suffering and aching and tribulation. So it's just the right measure that we need to keep going. You know, this is James 1:12. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him. See, look at the key words: them, we, us. This is a body, you know. And it's been on my spirit lately when I pray for all the brothers, you know. Pray for all the brothers. I pray for you sisters too. You know, we're a body. You know, please, whenever I see some judgment on a child, I pray for all our children. You know, when I see some judgment, I pray for all of us, man, all the sincere brothers and sisters, and that's a good spirit to be in, and that's what you would call an evangelist. You know, those that are, because in the spirit, you know, sometimes we can be a prophet, sometimes we can be a teacher, sometimes we can be a pastor, and some lessons we may be an evangelist or just have it all. You see, but that's the Holy Spirit supping with us in the times needed. A sheep may not always need prophecy. A sheep may not always need just a law. A sheep may just need a damn hug, you know, and that's what the evangelist side of this thing. I mean, an advocate in the Gospels, you know, because the Gospels is good. As you see, where this lesson is mainly us in the Gospels right now, but this is all the Spirit. This is not of me, you know. So Tawadi Abba Shai. So let's keep going. James 1:12 again. Blessed is the man that endureth temptation. So when you're going through something, you got to have your mind's eye ready to realize, oh, I'm going through a temptation. God, Lord, we about to get through this. You got to be it. That's that patience, because it gives you time to think, right? And it says, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord has promised to them that love him. And you know what's so beautiful? It just came to my mind. Lessons like these are extremely beneficial for us, because we're coming into the hour of temptation. And a lot of Israelites are going to become impatient, and they're going to react, and not in a way that's going to benefit them. Okay. So us being tried right now, dealing with shit, you may be at a job and you got this punk ass Edomite or somebody transitioning, you know, or some bullshit that angers you. What you do? You pray to the Lord for strength, pray to the Lord for a positive attitude, send a fucking curse on them, get your money and get out. You know, shit, what the hell did Childish Gambino say? Get your money, black man or black woman or Spanish woman. You brothers know what I mean. Adding a little comical relief in it. But at the end of the day, you gotta get your mind in order, man. Because hey, it's you, your mind, your body, and spirit walking around in this place. You see, this is James 5:11, and it reads, behold, we count them happy which endure. Ye have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord, that the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. See, so constantly tell yourself, the Lord is of tender mercy. I'm gonna wait for him. The Lord is a God of patience. I'm gonna wait for him. Yahweh Shemel Shai set up a kingdom for me. I'm gonna wait. You know, don't let Satan try to throw you off course, man. Let's get some Psalms real quick. Let's get Psalms 27, and I'm gonna just get like 3. I didn't want to make this long, but you know, even Paul said that I write this long letter unto you. So some epistles may be just a little longer, you know. And he was saying that in the book of Galatians, you know, which that was only 6 chapters. But you got to think, you know, back then when it wasn't broken down into chapters or verses, that was a very long letter, you know. And speaking on that, like Ephesians, if you look at the book of Ephesians, verse 1-14, that's one sentence, but it's broken down in verses and scriptures for us, you know, just as a biblical fun fact for you brothers and sisters. So real quick, this is Psalms 27:14. Wait on Yahweh Bashmel Shai, be of good courage. So you need to be of good courage, okay? And pray for courage. When you read these scriptures, don't just read them, apply them, put them on. That's the garment. That's the garment in Revelations. Lest you walk naked and we see your shame. You will be shamed. You will be walking in shame if you don't got that good courage. So put that on. When you read that, pray, please, Baba Kasha, Shalak, good courage upon me, upon me. Send good courage upon me. Send positive spirit on. Take this off me. Help me, please. Make me righteous in your eyes. All those things, put them on, Immerse yourself in the mercy and grace of Yahweh Shem Shai. We have to. There's no other way. There's no other way. I was walking last night, just a nice night. Here it is. I'm in upstate New York and it's December and, it ain't snowing yet. So I just took a walk and I was just meditating on it being Jacob's trouble, and just thinking how you truly are going to need the Lord and faith in that day. Because if I need shelter and I'm walking down the street, and there's these houses, I need the Lord to direct me to what house I could sleep in that night. I was just meditating on it. Those are the things you need to, meditate on and think about, is trusting in the Lord, especially in the days to come. But let me finish this. It says, Psalms 27 and 14, wait upon the Lord, Yahweh Shem Shai, be of good courage, and he shall strengthen thy heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. See, so when your heart, you feel faint-hearted, you feeling weak. Hey, anytime you feel weak, you immediately call on the Lord, and rebuke that, because Satan is constantly trying to plant a weak seed in you. He's constantly trying to throw you off. All right. Remember, Yahweh Shai had to tell Apostle Peter, he said, man, Satan's desired you. But once you're strengthened, once you're converted, strengthen thy brethren. So when we go through things, that's might be the inspiration of that lesson. Okay. Not hiding that light under a bushel, real quick, Psalms 37 and 34, and it reads, wait on the Lord. See, in due season we shall reap. Faint not, the kingdom is near. And what? Faint not, wait. You see? So Psalms 37 and 34, wait on Yahweh Shem Shai, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. And I want to see it, man. I was born with astigmatism. My eyesight is jacked up. So I have to wear glasses right now. But blesses your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. So we have spiritual eyes now. And I want to see it spiritually and physically. I want to see the wicked get cut off, man, because we've been open up to this wicked shit. So I want to see it fall. 10 things count that make a man happy, or 9 things that make a man happy, and the 10th I will utter. Roughly paraphrasing, the joy of thy children and the fall of thy enemies. I want to see my enemies fall, man, because they're not just my enemies. They're the Lord's enemies. And the only reason they're my enemies, because I've been woken up to the fact of righteousness. And now I see what they're doing that's contrary to my power. And now that makes them my enemies as well. Don't I hate them, Lord, that hate thee? Oh, I have perfect hatred for them. Perfect hatred, So I want to see that. I don't want to faint. I don't want to go to the spirit realm. I want to see this place fall, man. Bump that. I don't want to just, I'm just too tired. I'm just getting, fuck that, man. I want to see this place go, I want to endure unto the end, man. Psalm 62 and 5, my soul, wait thou only upon the Most High. See, we ain't waiting on the Democrats. We ain't waiting on a stimulus. We ain't waiting on FEMA. We ain't waiting on Esau. We waiting on Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. That's what we waiting upon. That's our man. He's our bridegroom. We be the bride. He's the bridegroom. You see, my soul, wait thou only upon the Most High, for my expectation is from him. That's our expectation. Our expectation is from him whose good pleasure is to give us the kingdom of heaven. Now, real quick, I'm going to end it on one. I do feel it's needful, and this is the last one, and that'll be the lesson. That will be the epistle. So let me just grab this really, really quick. This is 2 Ezra 2 and 13. I feel it's very needful, okay, for us to hear. There's a lot of scriptures that we need to hear. We need to hear again and again, This is 2 Ezra 2 and 13, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days, right? I'm always praying. Please make my work day go in haste. Please shorten the days. Please shorten the days. And time is flying like a bird, but you will have moments of staggerance where it feels like it's not, and you're in a pocket of just, dwindling time, but not really, okay? Use that time to reflect. Use that time to focus on the betterment, the new creature, the positive, not just, oh man, time to take. Nah, fuck all that. We're not in that time no more, man. It's time to hope for good and be in a positive, righteous, spiritual spirit, man. 2 Ezra 2:13, go and ye shall receive. Pray for a few days unto you that they may be shortened. The kingdom is already prepared for you. Watch. So all we got to do is keep watching, waiting, hoping, praying, repenting, fasting if need be. You see, these are the things that we have to put on, and these are all things that benefit us in the long run. Okay. These are the things that benefit us in the long run. Here it is, the days of Noah, and we're over here working on temperance. Here it is, it's the days of Lot, and we're over here working on obedience. Man. So I pray you, brothers and few sisters, you are edified through the Spirit as I was. And I just want to say, call Allah Yamla, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Baha'u'llah. I'd like to give double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone that do well. And I just want to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect and the hopeful elect. And amen. Just continue to keep fighting that good fight of faith. Keep praying. Keep holding on. Just keep trusting in Yahweh Shem El Shai. With that being said, Shalom.